Like I just can't get enough of that tune. Like I've missed us youth unplug. My gosh, it's been a bit, it's been a while, and I'm sure you've missed us too. Well, you're listening to 93.7 FM. The time is 12:22, and you're listening to your favorite program, Youth Unplugged. Well, Youth Unplugged is a program that, entertains, informs, educates youth. Basically, we talk about everything that concerns youth. We tend to offer solutions and, things that, problems that youth are facing. We tend to, say, give our own ideas, things that could help us lessen our, I would say problems, but our coping in society. Well, I have two beautiful ladies with me in the studio today. I am not alone, but you know who is speaking. It is Jessica Bassi. You can just call me just Jessie. And I have two beautiful ladies, as I said earlier. I'm not going to introduce them, of course. They need to, tell us their beautiful names. So, who am I here with?
Hope.
Hope. Enthusiasm, please. Is it the hope or the just hope you introduced last week? Is it hope or the just hope? Tell me. You're looking behind. It's shocking, right? Okay, you told us your stage name before, so tell us. Tell us. We're listening.
My name is Hope. Just Hope.
Just Hope? Yes. Is that the stage name or that's just the name we are going with? Okay, and the other beautiful lady?
My name is Faith.
Faith. Okay, just Faith too. I don't like this thing. Just Hope, just Faith. No, that cannot be the names that we're going with. Okay, fine. Today we're talking about a very interesting topic, and it's going to come like a debate, but it's something that will also shed more light on how we perceive books. Books are important, and we need books to educate ourselves, to increase our vocabulary and everything. But I want to say this question. Why and the kind of books we read, are they important? So the question is, would you prefer to read fictional books, that's fantasy, or realistic books? Or do we feel that youth should read more of realistic books? Should realistic books be pushed more in society than fantasy? So, Hope, what do you feel? You read what kind of books? Like what? Realistic books. Yes. You don't like, magic, supernatural phenomena, everything. You don't like that?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, so, Faith?
I read fictional books.
Oh, that's nice. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Like what, Harry Potter, Cinderella, those books now and all that. Those were the ones that came out for the actual movies. So okay. So why do you Faith? Why do you read fictional books? Fictional books.
Okay.
Why do you read fictional books? Not okay. You're thinking why you read?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Hope. Tell me, why do you read this thing?
Because it helps us.
Realistic books. Why do you read realistic books?
To gain more knowledge about things.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say I read both realistic and fictional books, because for fictional books, it has to give us an escape in reality, where we go to rest, where we it's like gives us this build into the imaginary world, and it's different from the real world. So where we have supernatural phenomena, we have magical beings, we have things that are not real. So that's why I say fantasy is also good, because it distracts us. It's like a distraction to us, like gives us hope of wanting. You want to say something?
Continue.
Okay, it gives us hope that this is what we are going through in society, but we can just relax, go back home, pick a good book. Some people still like Harry Potter today. I don't know if you've watched the movie but the book itself came out a long time ago. And then we have realistic books like maybe Things Fall Apart, and we read those books and it tells us about how we're living life, something that we can relate to. I mean, it's like real people with imaginary characters for the realistic books, and then they inculcate everything and then make it like something that people can relate to. So okay, so if you want to join in on the conversation why we should read more of realistic or fantasy books, please call us on 090-322-9797. You can also reach us on 081-8222-206. Thank you. Okay, we're back again. If you're just joining us, this is Youth Unplugged, and we're also talking about why, as youths, we should read more of realistic or fantasy. It depends on your preference, which you pick. Some people just, overlook that fantasy. They prefer realistic because they just feel everything is how would I put it? It's hyped. It's not real. It's not real. We can't relate to that. I mean, please, I don't want that. I don't even want to think about magic because it's not real. And that is some youths. I've spoken to some friends and they're like, oh, I prefer fantasy because I can just chill and I don't have to think about what's gonna happen next. I don't have to say, okay, this is draining me. There's some books that you read and at the middle you have given up. You get tired of it because you're like, everything is just real. It could be action, the action movies also, and books too that they play as the books. They also fall into realistic listening because everything is not imaginary as per fantasy movies and films. I don't know why movies keep on playing in my head. What is it and movies? I don't get it. What's going on? Okay, so I also say that books, okay, I give a stand that books should be realistic or fantasy, but I also say books should be realistic, not fantastical, because they overlook the inherent value and purpose of both realism and fantasy. Is more of literature. Most of the books we read in schools and everything, and they're always like more of fantasy. We have tales. It tells story. Fantasy tells story, so it gives us that avenue to tell our stories. And there's a bit of fictional characters and myths that play, like the Nigerian literatures we have, where we have Moremi and the books. Yes, it has. See, what are they? The books that they told us you must read in school, but they are fictional. You know what? Which one? Yes, I remember Othello. My God, that's like Shakespeare. Like I'll read that book and I'm like, the complicated, right? Thou art this, as she flew off to the moon. So you just see some crazy things that you're like, I can't relate to this. Some people, they just give up and they're like, okay, they said this, and then after a while you just forget. But that's the idea. It makes us escape reality. But mind you, Othello was a punishment book for me. Like, you want to punish me, give me Othello. I'm sure that there are also youths there that also share that sentiment with me, that Othello was punishment. So while realism also provides a window for human experience, it portrays relatable situations, and fantastical elements offer unique opportunities for us to imagine. In fantasy books, we imagine a lot. Okay, we imagine that, okay, this person could have wings. We even read books that has to do with all this werewolves, vampires, and everything, and you're like, these are not real. Dinosaurs, I mean, you can agree with me that those are, even if they say they're extinct, we have never seen one. It has not been recorded officially that a dinosaur was walking this earth a particular year. You see, dragons. So, I mean, has it been recorded officially that we actually had dragons? Or it was like a fictional play that someone said, okay, we could give something like this and write in the book and then be like, and the dragon did this, and the dragon turned into this character. So that's the idea of fantasy. We should not forget that. I won't say that fantasy is what we should just leave and focus on reality, anything. But if you're joining us on this conversation, we're talking about, should you read more of fantasy or realistic books? You can join us in this phone line 090-322-29797. Hope with the other
081-822-22205.
Okay,
and the last one is 081-822-22206.
Okay. This question goes for Hope. Do you feel like fantasy books, does it help us as youth to be more creative? Like, does it spark creativity when we read it?
It only makes us while away time.
Really?
Just to entertain us, yes.
Okay. I also feel like fantasy books also, like, it encourages intellectual growth and development. It also sparks creativity because we see things in the real world, and we're like, okay, I've read this before, this can be done. It also gives us that idea, okay, we can do this, we can go about this work this way because I learned it from a book, fantasy. So you feeling that fantasy book doesn't spark creativity? Is it okay?
But most of the like the kind of cartoon she like what's the name of the cartoon?
It doesn't have to necessarily be cartoons. There are also fantasy books that are
active now through the way you imagine everything.
yes.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Faith, do you see that?
Yeah.
That's what that fantasy doesn't spark creativity.
No, to me, it's spark creativity.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So you don't agree. You agree. Okay. Let us clash heads. Either way, that's also good. So books should also be confined to either realistic, that's realism, or fantasy alone. Both genres also have their place in literature. So we need both to be balanced. We use that fantasy as an escape to what we want to do. Like, we're tired of the real life situations, issues, workplace, everything. We go back home and we just pick a book and read. And we also have realistic, which teaches us, helps in development. It also helps us to explore boundaries and everything. And the both, we need to embrace both and experience the both. Like, I don't know if you've read really, really good fantasy books. Like, which one? Can you give me an example? Like, one you can relate to. Really good, that you're just glued to that. There's one that I've literally like stayed and gotten 6. It's this like series, the sequel, like, there's part 1 of the book, there's part 2, there's part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. Which one can you relate to? Cinderella had different things. There's Sleeping Beauty, all those ones are like kids book. I would say Harry Potter because it's highly fictional, everything from beginning to. So I don't know if you can relate to that right now. So which one? Hope. Blood of a Stranger. That's the Nigerian, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but I think I've heard it. I've heard that one before. Blood of the Stranger. Okay. Faith. Hope.
How about Shrek?
Shrek too? You see, I mean, an ogre. Are they ogres? Do you believe they are ogres?
Yeah.
They're ogres, right? In real life.
I don't know. I've never heard of.
So
I've never heard about them.
That's fantasy, right? So.
Yeah.
So we can relate. Okay, so if you're joining us just now, if you want to contribute to this, please call in, and we're going to take a short break. But stay with us because we'll be back. Okay, we are back again. We're listening to Youth Unplugged 93.7, and we're still talking about would you prefer or should you read more of realistic books than fantasy? Okay, I got a message here from D from Kubwa, and then he says, yeah, interesting topic, Jesse. There are a few reasons why it might be important to promote and sell more of realistic books. For one, they can help readers to understand and empathize with the real world around them. Okay, that's good, that's true. They can also provide a sense of realism and authenticity that can be lacking in fantasy books. In addition, realistic books can help readers to understand and appreciate the diversity of the world and many different real experiences that people go through. Yes, that's what we've been talking about. That's what we're also trying to say. And fantasy books are also important. We should all read them. That's why I said we need both to be balanced. You can agree with me. Fantasy books can also help us to escape the mundane world and explore new and exciting worlds. And it's filled with magic, adventure, and wonder. Yes, I agree with that. And they can also teach us valuable lessons about life. And then it's also important. I said before that it also encourages hope. meaning that it gives us hope that things will be better in whatever situation you're going through. You know how fantasy always starts with the person suffering from the beginning, and then at the end of the book, you're now reading, oh, the person finally got closure, the person finally succeeded, the person finally won the battle the person was trying to fight. It happens a lot in books. Like, there's always someone that is antagonizing the person, and then the protagonist is also fighting the person. But at the end, the person has that closure, you know. It ends beautifully. Some, you know, there's also tragedy, and there's comic, and there's different types of books. But well, thank you. It's been amazing. It's been a pleasure. It's been a while too. And Hope and Faith and just Jesse in the studio here. So we're going to end it today. But thank you for staying with us, and thank you for listening. So we're also going to continue this next week. Stay with us. Monday we're coming with you with interesting topics. So please tune in, same time, and Monday to Thursday. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Hope and Faith.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just